Hey there, Morbid Maniacs. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. It is going to be a story time. It's not going to be a paranormal story time, it's just going to be like a funny story time. As some of my returning subscribers probably have seen by now, I have a lot of story times on my channel which involve mice. Mice like to traumatize me for some reason, and I want to start off by saying that I'm a very clean person. I keep my house clean. I tidy up every single day. Like, I am a clean freak, okay? Everything has a certain spot in my house. I can't stand a mess. Where these mice are coming from, that is beyond me. I do live out in the woods, so I'm assuming they just come into my house during the winter to like stay warm, and in the summer somehow they crawl in here looking for food. I don't really know, but tonight's video is going to be another part to my whole mouse tried to kill me story time. And if you're new to my channel and have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about, I will either link it in the description box or put it somewhere in this video for you all to see. But basically, I've had several mice try and kill me multiple times. Okay, so this happened literally just a few weeks ago. We had gotten a snowstorm, and I like to say that we've gotten like pounded with snow so far this year already, and this was only in January. But on this particular night we had gotten a snowstorm, and it was right before I went to go to sleep. Now, I'm someone who cannot stand silence whenever I sleep. I have to have my fan on, full blast. Doesn't matter if it's like below zero outside, it doesn't matter. I have to have a fan blowing in my face, otherwise I can't sleep. This particular night, on this snowstorm, it was right before I was getting ready to lay down and go to sleep, of course, and the snowstorm knocks the power out. So I'm like, great. Unfortunately, I was up tossing and turning all night long. I did not sleep a wink, but during that night I was laying in bed trying to fall asleep, and I kept hearing like the sound of something in my kitchen, either nibbling or walking around on something. I don't really know, but I kept hearing a noise in the kitchen. So I walked in there to see what was going on. My cats were all on the floor surrounding the stove, looking at something underneath there. Of course, I'm like, oh god, it's a freaking mouse. So I just hurried up, ran back over to my bed, and kept trying to fall asleep. Unfortunately, like I said, I didn't sleep at all that night. And it wasn't until a couple of nights later that something else had happened which involved the mouse. I came home from work one night. I believe it was literally like the night after, or like 2 nights after. And we have this little kerosene heater. This night I came home from work, my cat Cuddles was around this kerosene heater and looking at something underneath it. So she kept doing it, and every time I move her away she'd go back, and I looked underneath there with the flashlight, and I did see something white under there, but I thought, you know, maybe they somehow knocked a ball underneath there or something. I didn't really think much of it and went about what I was doing. She kept going back, and it was almost as if she was trying to tell me,
there's something underneath there, Mom, you need to look. There's something underneath there.
I never listen to my cats, even though I should. They're very smart. A couple minutes later, Dutchie goes over there and she starts doing the same exact thing. She's looking at something underneath the kerosene heater. So I bent down this time to get a good look, put my light underneath there, and there I seen a little Chuck E. Cheese, Mickey Mouse looking motherfucker, little white mouse with its little beady eyes staring back at me. And I started freaking out. I ran to my boyfriend. I was like, hey, there's a mouse under the kerosene heater. He went in there and he looked, and he was like, I don't see anything. I'm like, you're not looking hard enough. There's a mouse under that kerosene heater. I like to point out, it wasn't like actually under the kerosene heater. There's like a little like lip where the little plate is, and then the actual kerosene heater, that's where it was. It was like under the like heater part, and it was not turned on, by the way. I'm not a cruel person. I don't believe in animal cruelty. It's like one of the things that I'm the most passionate about. Even though I'm definitely afraid of mice, I still don't want to kill it. So I kind of felt bad for it. I'm like, the cats probably like chased it under there and it probably has no way of getting out, and I was trying to see if he would maybe help me try and move it, like get it out of there. And he said that, you know, it'll eventually find its way out and to just leave it. So I did just that and I went to sleep. I think it was the very next night I heard the cats chasing something like right next to my bed. And all I could say was, please do not bring that thing up in my bed, because if y'all bring that thing in my bed, like, I'm gonna be so traumatized that I'm probably never gonna sleep in it ever again. If a mouse somehow made its way into my bed, I just would not be okay. Like, I would probably genuinely need fucking therapy. So nothing happened after that, thankfully. The next night, I'm sitting on the couch. I'm probably watching TikTok because I had just gotten home from work. And I heard this noise in the kitchen, so I turn around and look back, and there's this mouse. And
like he was enjoying himself, like he's just walking along like, oh yeah, I'm gonna give you some crumbs, I'm gonna give you some food, hell yeah, this is gonna be a good night.
And like as soon as I turned around, this mouse is like, and then it just scurries away and I didn't see it. And I like to point out too that this was a completely different mouse. This mouse was gray. The one that was under the kerosene heater was like white, like as white as snow. So there's more than one of them in my house. This was, I think, like a regular like house mouse. And then the one that I seen under the kerosene heater was a field mouse. But anyway, I'm sitting there talking to my friend on my phone, like texting them. I look back and Cuddles is sitting there staring at something which is on like the counter, like on the sink. And I looked over there and that little fucker just like took off. Like he scurried across the window pane onto the counter and then jumped down on the floor, and like I have no idea where he went to after that. But I have still yet to capture either of them, so I'm sure that there's gonna be even more parts to this continuing little series that they have made for me. I hope it at least gives you guys a good laugh and entertains you in some way, even though it's like torturing me, because I feel like they're out to get me. Like they're there to like kill me and murder me in my sleep. Like I said, I don't believe in like harming them or killing them or whatever. Now my cats have gotten a hold of a few of them, and it didn't end so nicely for them, but that was out of my control. Like you came into the wrong house if you think about it. You came into a house with 3 different cats. If it happens, it happens. But yeah, so there was my little mouse story time. Have you guys ever had an experience like this with a mouse trying to kill you or traumatize you? Because I want to feel less alone, or bugs or anything like that. Feel free to leave a comment and let me know. And I hope you guys got a good laugh and enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a big old thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already and become Morbid Maniac. And be sure to hit that bell notification. That way you get notified every single time I upload a new video. And like I said, if anything else happens with these mice, I'll be sure to let you guys know. But I love you, and I will see you in my next video.